check this out, man. Check it out. This is Alright, what's up? This is Big Will Smith. Hey, check this out, man. It's your boy Control. Listen around, man. Hi, this is Madonna. What up? This is Lupe Fiasco. Yo, what up? It's your boy Wiz. The Lake 36 Poppy up in the building. This is Kings of Leon. Hi, this is Michael Ricky. Hi, it's Christine Nabar. Hey, what's up? This is JC. Hello, this is Brandon Boyd from the Bad Angelus. This is DJ Carl from the Grandmaster Flash. This is Freeze and Chili Peppers. Hi, this is Eric Option.
What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you are listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Stay tuned.
Elegbete TV Radio. We dare to lead. This is radio like you never heard before.
Elegbete TV
Radio, the pathfinder for radio.
Right. Let's go! All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Idafi Matthias. So I know you love to come in the Elegbete Sports. It's a Wednesday morning. Yes, that was Talk Sports giving us all of the things that they know how to give. And, when I listen, read, and search all the sporting stories, I'm just amazed at the fact that, Steven Gerrard did what he did with his team captain and he went on that. Imagine if that was Arteta or that was Pep Guardiola. The conversation would have been different. Man management would have come up. A whole lot of things. But hey, Steven Gerrard, okay? Yeah. Peter Danny, have you been sick? Yeah, I'm actually sick. I'm on that treatment. I'm still taking treatment. I had to pull up the drip to come do my show. When I'm done, I'll go back and fuse it in, okay? I couldn't bring it to the studio and then be struggling with my hand and the whole, what's that called, the IVF? Okay. And the drip and all that. Well, I'm good. It was a little bit bad like 3-4 days ago, but I'm getting better. So I'm happy. Hi, how you doing? How you guys doing? So I didn't tell you guys, did I? I've joined FPL. Never say never. I've joined FPL for the fun of it. And I try not to go check. I just do weekend, I select my team and then I forget about it. So I checked up the other day and I found that I'm in 6th position in the league that I'm in. And I'm already feeling bad. Why am I not in number 1 position? Do I have a disorder? Like I'm gonna ask you guys. You guys think I have a disorder? Like I like to win too much, and sometimes it gets to me when I'm not winning. So why would I be in 6th position? Why can't I be in number 1 position? What happened? What makes the other 5 people ahead of me better than me? You understand? That's the feeling that I get. I won't lie. That's the feeling I get every time I look at it. Should be on top. I want to be on top. Okay, that's the way I feel. I don't know. How does FPL make you guys feel? Tell me, because I'm a rookie. I'm a Lenny. I'm a bloody nobody in this FPL team. But I want to know what you think, because a whole lot of people for the past 3 years, everybody like join FPL. It's like I don't have the hang of it. I like a game that I can control. Okay, but in this case, it's guesswork. It's like science, right? It's guesswork. So you have to pick the best players. I've learned one very strong lesson, and I'm going to change my team. I'm sure before the whole season, every week that I have a transfer, I'm going to chip out one defender. I realize that it's not football the way the way we do football, where you have to like select it: solid defense, solid midfield, solid attack. As a matter of fact, what you need to do is just pack your team full with players that are most likely to score goals, most likely to keep assists, and then teams that they have the knack for keeping clean sheets. I don't know, but that's like the formula for that's a great idea. I don't know, but that's the way I see the whole FPL thing. But I didn't start like that. I didn't have that knowledge. Now that I look at everybody and see the way the whole thing is going, that's the way my head is telling me. maybe I'm getting over myself. I'm getting head over heels myself, but that's why I feel. And I went to go and sign that expensive goalkeeper called Alisson, and then went to concede 2 goals. What's wrong with him? When I could have just take Edward Mendy and just keep in my team, or probably Arsenal's goalkeeper, I put in my team and clean sheet. Well, that's a topic for another day. So a whole lot to talk about. So let's hit the ground running. I also need you guys to tell me what set the tone for me. What do you guys want us to talk about? Not just up and say good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's not do that on the show. I mean, that's past, okay? And all those things I will do at the start of a new month, happy new month. Let's get past all that. Let's just really get into conversations. I like having conversation. Let's not forget that it's 10 days to the rematch between Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk. Now, I want to know from you guys who are boxing buff. Me, I believe that Anthony Joshua will be beaten. Now, I agree he's changed his team a little bit. He's, got the new coach. But did you guys see Usyk physique? Like, it's like he's carrying the anger of the war in Ukraine on his head, and he's ready. Like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. That's the way I see him. Like, I watched one video clip, the way he was training. It's like, wait a minute. Is this Anthony's Creed? Are we going to act another part 3? Is this part 3 of Creed? Because that's why I see the training, the whole. When Ruiz beat Joshua, Ruiz went on eating spree. Like, those children that didn't have food growing up, and he saw this morning, I said he would kill himself with food, right? So when he came to fight the second fight, there was nothing to fight for. That's not a boxer. That was just a guy who was privileged to win the best, like Samuel Peters. But you see this Alexander Usyk feels like he's never fought before. It feels like his training, his preparation for this fight looks like it's the first fight he wants to fight. And I'm worried for Anthony Joshua. This guy might broke his jaw. Because, come on, see, Usyk is, if not today, currently the best punch boxer, currently the best slugger when it comes to boxing. I don't know everything about boxing, but I feel like trying to pop, kind of punch that, And I'm looking at Joshua like, fine boy, looking for Tedola daughter to marry, looking all posh and clean, speaking Emiloko kind of thing. That guy will beat you. This Usyk will beat him. But hey, I want to hear your take. I want to get your take on this matter, what you think, what's going to happen. I need to hear from you guys. Okay? Hey, Anthony Joshua, my boy, you're in trouble. I know yesterday news broke that Serena Williams retiring. I mean, I thought this retirement was long overdue. My sister, Fofana, will not be happy that I'm saying this, but I thought that this retirement was long overdue. My take of Serena Williams is she doesn't need 24 to prove to me that she's a legend. She's been a legend from the very first slam that she won. That's for me. I don't know about any other person. But let me read some of the messages. Oh, my sister is there. Ireke, how you doing? I love you. You know that. Lex Steel. It's a hey boss. 1. Usyk versus AJ. Usyk is most technical with fantastic footwork. Yes, I agree. So where is 2? If you say that's 1, where is 2? AJ would need more than luck to win. I love where this is going. 69 Lima, let's forget about the greetings. Let's get into the conversation. I don't want to spend the whole time responding to greetings now. And she announced her retirement. I mean, there is not a slam that she's not won. That's what I was telling somebody. There is not a slam that she's not won. She's won everything. And I love her. Like, I used to crush on Serena. I shall not kill me. Hey, I used to crush on. So let me talk about the people I used to crush on: Serena Williams, Jennifer Lopez, Eva Longoria, Eva Mendes. I like the Latinos, right? Salma Hayek, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Marion Jones. I don't care if you take the drugs. We'll do the drugs together, like Bobby and Whitney. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just telling you guys. Okay, people I never crushed on: Oprah Winfrey, Viola Davis. Nah. I'm foolish. It's like the medication they are giving me is making me go crazy like that, right? Okay, so let's go back. Let's come back to talking sports. Let's come back to Rangers. Rangers, did you see them last night? Rampart Rangers Marshall's County Giant overturned a 2-goal first leg deficit to reach Champions League playoff run after stunning 3-0 win over Junior St. Giliosi at Ibrox, thanks to James Tavernier, Antonio Kolak, and Malik Tillman. Oh, that game was good. I saw the highlight in the night, very, very late in the night. I woke up, okay? My whole body was sweating and all that. So I woke up and my baby boy was next to me and we're just talking. He didn't want to sleep. He slept the whole afternoon, so he didn't want to sleep in the night. And I was watching the highlight of that game. It was good. West Ham went to here on their bid for PSG Tilokarna, with the Hammers also monitoring the situation with Eric Bailly and Manchester United as David Moyes desperately look to freshen up his defense this summer. Why are you waiting all this late? You should have done that from the beginning. Well, now you're going to pay top dollars. That's what I think. Mike Bean, referees are under orders not to blow for as many free kicks this season, and players understand that what we are trying to do is help game flow as freely as possible. Who gave the order? Who gave the motherfucking order? What sense does that make? So if there's a foul, you shouldn't blow because you want to let the game flow. If there's a foul, there's a foul. Okay? These are the kind of thing that I use and cause problem for us. Arsenal holds up with Hector Bellerin's agent over cancelling his contract after falling out of favor with Mikel Arteta as Real Betis eye up a 3 transfer should the on loan Spanish defenders deal at the Emirates be terminated. But my question is, why is it that all Arsenal players are going through termination? We can't really sign players and then sell them for money. Must all our players be terminated or be sold for $1 or $5? I don't understand what's going on with Arsenal and transfer. Well, they want to terminate, let them terminate for as long as they give us good players that we need. Okay, let's go back to where we were. As me am now, I'm looking for. Okay, my sister say I'm all right. Saviki say good morning. Let's do a critical reflection on how the EPL may look like at the end of the season. City, Spurs, and Arsenal won convincingly. Really, I have reservation for Chelsea ability to score goals. This does not justify critical reflection. First off, last season, Tottenham Hotspur won all their first 3 games, won the coach of the month. It didn't reflect on. Manchester United started the season like a house of fire. It didn't reflect on. I don't think that's what we should use to judge. It's just one game. I can't. But I know that this is how the season will end. Man City as winners. Liverpool most likely second position. And third and fourth. Arsenal in third position. Let Chelsea, Man U, Spurs, and all of the rest, West Ham, and the rest of the rest battle for that fourth spot. I can leave that one for them. Okay? Are we good with that? If it's all those in support say A, those against say nay, but your name does not count right now. Go to Transformer and hug it with your name. Victor says, without a pointed man. Okay, that's Chelsea. 69 Lima, I said, do you think any of our Nigerian clubs will make it to the group stage of the no. Nah. I just told Christopher Green yesterday. I said, end of the road. After the first round, you win. The second round, why that or end of the road. So save the money. Nah. So stop doing that. Okay. So Vicky, he said the fact is going to be tough for. Is the fact or the fact? What are you? See, Victor, stop. You're a professor. Stop confusing me with that. Go and buy good food. That Palasa food that is autocorrecting rubbish for you. The fact is going to be tough for AJ if we must say the truth. Okay, I'm enjoying the let's see type of response. And 2, he said, I think that most fans want now is Fury versus Usyk for the unification. Me too, I want that. But Fury, at the back of Fury's mind, Fury wants to fight AJ. Reason being that he does not like AJ one bit. He doesn't think that AJ have a business being a champion. And he wants to be the one to put the sword to his gauntlet, right? He wants to be the one that beats. There's a fighting and then there's a beating. If you go back and watch the Fury Deontay Wilder trilogy, first fight was fair. Second fight was lucky break. Third fight was beating. Like, I better pass you. I will beat you the way Worry Boys will tell you. I go beat you, your grandmama for grave with a flipping. That's the kind of beating I think Fury wants to give to Anthony Joshua. And I think that Fury will beat him, like emphasis on beat. Okay, so Vicky said, I so much. What is wrong with you, Vicky? What's wrong with you? Please don't type it. I won't read your message again. What? I so much Serena, Aliyah, Queen Latifah, Dona's Patton, is Dolly Patton, Oga, Sade Adu, and Jennifer Lopez. I shall kill you. Your wife is waiting for you at the door. 3, Lexter says, are you a UFC or MMA fan? No, I'm not a fan of any of those fighting teams. But when I happen upon them, like when I come upon them, the Spirit of the Lord is upon my life. If I come upon them like that, like the Spirit of the Lord, I just enjoy it. I love to watch it, bro. But I'm not going to spend time, first off, doing research on it. I'm not going to spend my time. In 2014, I realized that there's no such thing as a sports analyst. So everybody should specialize in their field. Never seen an MMA fighter, a fight analyst talking about football. Never seen football analysts in Europe talk about MMA and the rest of them. So I chose to be that guy too. Okay, I'm an expert in football and sports betting. That's what I am. Do I watch it? Yeah. I watch Kamaru Usman. I watch the Starbender. I watch a few of these guys. I like their presence also. Conor McGregor, pouring alcohol on that Muslim guy who ended up beating the hell out of him. I like all that drama because my eyes no longer really see sports the way people see sports. Now I see content. I see, okay, what's the value? What's the content value of this? How does this become viral? I see content. I see organization. I see atmosphere, creation of content. That's what I see the most right now. But I'm not a fan. When you say fan, like fan, like I'm an Arsenal fan, like I'm a football fan. No, I'm not really a football fan. I'm a student of football. So, but I'm not. I studied football, to understand all of the mechanisms of football and the rest. And football is like science. It moves every day. It's like technology. It evolves every day. Just when you think you know this part of it, something else will come in that will disrupt your knowledge of it. Chooks 9000 say is support. Okay, let's move on. Let's just say for Fury is confident that he would at smart and at class AJ in a fight. He will beat her. He will beat her. Die. He will beat her. And he go right in the middle of her body with bottle. Estrova Mendes say, boss, someone has not Haley on the conversation. Leave Haley for Stephanie Haley's. Right now, let's focus on the show. Okay, yeah, I got people here on YouTube. Chika I will say about the fight. I feel Usyk wins, but I really hope AJ wins. Usyk is more technical, has better footwork and ring IQ. I'm pissed that Sky Sports, who has the right in the UK, have not publicized the fight. It's 10 days away. Don't worry. Let me help you publicize it. Don't forget Sky. Let me help you to publicize it. It's 10 days away. 10 days from now. Like after this weekend, Saturday, the next Saturday, I will the fight. Okay? Now for Jeddah, for Saudi Arabia, I will fight the fight. You can also fly there and go and buy. The ticket for the game, the fight, I forgot to now check. Is that $2,000 or so? I have. And then I also don't understand why the Saudis are allowing Usyk to show the fight free on his YouTube channel, whereas other people have to buy it on Sky pay-per-view. Now, the reason why is there's a clause on his contract. He wants his people from his home. So that YouTube channel might also be geo-locked in such a way that you might not be able to watch it wherever you are. So he wants his people that are fighting war. There are concessions. During war, there are concessions. And the concessions I have. He's also got his own image right the way Floyd Mayweather does. So there are certain things when you go negotiate for this contract that you have to put into play. And Anthony Joshua does not know all those ones. Like, just give me money, let me do fine, boy. The average African, that's where Africans think anyway. Africans don't think about branding, ownership, and no, that's too much complication. And my sons can't give other people work. No, Africans don't like that their success is making other people successful. We are greedy with our poverty. We're also greedy with our success. That's why when you talk about your poverty, somebody will come and say, that's poverty. We poor personal. Like they say that they give Olympic medal for instance. So black people have a different way of drawing their success. If you look at it carefully, there are very few black people who think like, that one enter. There are very few black people who think that they need to make success so that success can also activate other people. Let me give you a very good example. Neymar have 250 people working for him. Have another 800 people in that institution that are schooling, trying to play football, trying to go to school, try to learn skills, okay, different type of skills as he is. So Neymar's success, for instance, provide direct employment and direct opportunity for over 1,000 people, like actively. Ronaldinho also had the same thing. Deco, Kaká, a host of all these people. And go to Europe. David Beckham's success provided job opportunity for about 1,600 people. Same with some of these other guys. That's not in Africa. Not Samaleto, not Georgia Pongue, not Didi Drogba, not even the guy that everybody's praising, Sadio Mane. None of them. Africans don't like that kind of success. The success that will make other people successful because they are successful. Africans don't do that. Africans are greedy with our success. So I'm not surprised that AJ is like that. I'm not like, I'm not. So we must always understand that about people. Like, how they say that the man is a product of his environment. You must also understand that about people, and then you cannot be able to judge them from that angle. There are a few black people that are different. People like TD Jakes, people like Ali Baba. There are a few black people, so it's not all. People like Tony Lemelu. There are people who are different. But mostly, the vast majority of black people, they don't want their success to make you successful. Their success is supposed to make you a slave, okay? It's supposed to make you a slave. You're supposed to be dependent on them so that you can be doing rank and this is why we have a lot of Almajiris in Nigeria. Rank and Shema, oh, Baba. That's why they form Agberu, okay? Motor Park is supposed to be a proper union, well-organized people, but they fill it up with thugs because somebody have to be, doling that money to you and then, cause fight, use divide and conquer. It's a long conversation. Let's get out of that. It doesn't excite us to have that kind of conversation. Adebola Oluwaseun said, "This my question: if Chelsea want to sign Frankie de Jong, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the transfer fee will be how much? Over £100 million. Chelsea board is board, B-O-A-R-D. Okay, it's not board. This is like boredom. I need to think very well. Now, this is not a question. This is not even a statement. This is pure confusion. But whatever, that's what you wrote, and that's what I read. Chike Ayalogu, he said, what about VPN? Okay, maybe people will use VPN. So the thing about VPN is, it's an opportunity for people to circumvent. But how many people know how to use it? Okay, that's something you can always say. But the reason why is it's like when people go and crack software, okay, the people will always circumvent it. I'm sure a lot of people will watch it in other places. There are other streaming platforms that will seize on it and stream from even Ukraine so that the rest of the world would watch it. The most important thing is boxing. What I like about boxing money is all the money have been paid up front. So whatever the marketing people do, if they don't do it well, that's their business. And let's not forget that boxing, like every other sport, is also an opportunity for a lot of people to launder their money. So the real people that are paying this money have already paid up front. Whether it's drug money, whether it's gun ring money, whether it's dirty money, nobody cares. If that's it, it's a sport. Whether it's in football, it's in tennis, every sport. Anybody who I my studio here, better call me. I'm telling you, that's what sports is all about. That's why no matter the recession in the world, it doesn't affect sports. The value of sports will be going up. There will be global recession, the value of sports marketing will be going up. It's crazy. I wonder why Nigerian sports are not taking advantage of that anyway. But let's leave that. Let's put that by the wayside and move on. Whatever it is they do is their business. Okay, Chike Ayalogo say VPN can sidestep some geolock. I know. Digital Format said, good morning. Chike Ayalogo says, I don't really agree with that about AJ. AJ has 258 management company and he employs people, but I agree many blacks don't carry others along. Certain we need a reorientation. Okay, so the numbers of people that work with AJ is not up to 258 actually. So I did a check the other time, it was 110, and they are not directly employed by him. Okay, so they are working for other companies that he is like. So I have a company, you contract me to come and do a production for you, and I'm doing it, and I feel like, okay, I want to take 10 people, I want to take 2 people. That's my call. That's not your call. So I'm not going to give you that. I'm talking about people who there's the deliberate intention. Let me give you a very good example. I could have chosen the easy way out. And in 2017, when I left Brilla, I got fired and I left. I could have gone to Super Sports, I could have gone to any of the radio stations, and I'll be head of sports. As head of sports, minimum I will earn is 750K to 1 million a month. okay, say COVID comes and then I go down to 500k. I will still be able to live well comfortably. I mean, 500k, that's 6 million naira per annum. No matter how bad this country is, the economy is, I'll be able to live well and take care of my children, give them the best education and all that. But then I chose this path. Now, this part is not just the hard part, it's the terrible part. It's frustrating, it's killing. But then it has also produced people like Emmanuel Sebastian, Babiji, you know, a host of all the guys that we have people writing on the website with fantastic skills that I never knew that they have. These are people that have not been there. That's the kind of wealth creation that I'm talking about. Like when your success become the reason why other people are succeeding. I'm not even succeeding. I'm not even a success at this yet. But I'm just imagining if this is what it is, imagine what would happen. Again, how many gym opportunity does what's it called? Okay, the name of the management is 258. Okay, thank you very much for the correction. Again, how many gym opportunity does AJ provide for other people like you have with Neymar? Like even as bad as things are going for someone like Mesut Ozil, how many of such opportunities are they providing? Shout out to Aziz Abishwala for setting up a local team to groom female footballer, which is fantastic. But the natural inclination of a black person is me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. Check it properly. Very, very few break out of that. Tyler Perry, what's it called? Jay-Z, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart. Now the system is changing. I just want that orientation comes to Africa as fast as possible. And then within the football space. Look at European footballers and the rest. You see their ambassadorial role and what they do in their communities with their team. When Ronnie, just before he left for the US, paid the 1 month salary of the entire workforce of Derby County and their players and all that, up almost to the tune of 2 million. Listen, it's not a Nigerian player that will do that. First, I don't know if there's an African player that will even do it, not even just Nigeria. It's not in our system. No, that's not our system. It's even still coaching in the US and still sending goodwill messages to Derby County in England. That's not in our culture. It's not in our way. And it's one of those things that we need to learn because it's good. It works way, way, way better. Chika Yolo will say, not the number of workers. Okay, I know, I've seen it. I understand where you're coming from. Now, Timothy Demo, he said, come on, boss, please. Can you explain the financial situation at EIMA right now? Still doesn't seem like the next season can be different, though still early. So when you're approaching election period, you know that there's not going to be a lot of money. Money is spent on election campaign. Money is spent on settling everybody. The governor that is going out is settling everybody that made this 8 year a possibility. Contractors, the ones that is good enough to even pay salaries, is trying to pay salaries. It's also trying to pay for contract and all the things that they do. Abia State don't really do any work. Okay, so it's a state where people don't really care. They don't tax the government or anything. So you're looting as much as you can loot so that if you don't go to become a senator or become any top politician going forward, you can still have enough money to sustain the lifestyle that you want to live for yourself, for your children, and their friends. Okay, so that's always going to be difficult. That's one of the problems with the IMA. Secondly, the new governor that is coming in would have to first settle in and see there's money to eat, to take care of himself, and then take care of his retinue of people who are around him before he now says, okay, there's enough left over to share for sports. So if you are an AIMA fan, Timothy, I know you won, you're going to have to just take it that the same thing is going to happen in this new season. You're not going to sign the best quality of players. You're not going to have, the best support. You're just going to struggle. AIMA is gradually becoming the heartland, and that struggle will continue for a while until maybe the governor they've not gotten enough allocation that can make them go forward and then they cannot change their mind. On Instagram, Afam Fabric, he said, bro, how are you? Any news about Oyenika going to AC Milan? The conversation is on, but deal is not done. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that it might happen or it might not happen. For me, I like when the deal is confirmed before I talk about it. Call me _Heidi. He said, good morning, sir. Please, can you analyze Manchester United problem and possible way out? Thank you, sir. Haven't we done enough about that one? Saviki said, black man is selfish. Need people around him to worship and adore him, not to see achieving more than them. Saviki also see entertainment in sports. You also see entertainment in sports. Then you're not looking at sports. Sports is real entertainment. I mean, it's the finals of the Super Bowl. I mean, that's the best way to show you on the World Cup finals itself and a host of other global events that we always follow, like our lives depend on it. Sports is entertainment. It's actually the biggest entertainment you can ever have. But let's run along to see some of the things that other people are saying on the YouTube channel. Timothy Diaby said, also, can you dissect the chances of our team? We don't get a chance. I said that before. Our team that will be representing at the continent next season, seeing the draws from yesterday. We don't get a chance. Sharks, Rivers United, and Plateau United might. Plateau United is might. Rivers United will get past the first round. But when they get to those Morocco, those other African teams, it will take a miracle for them to go through. They go through, I'll be very, very happy, but it will take a miracle for them to go through. Plateau United might even get knocked out in the first round, straight off. Like, they get beaten and they're out. Okay? For the CAF Confederations Cup, it does look like there is a slim chance for the Nigerian teams, Remo Stars and Kwara United, to meander through, to slip through, and if they put themselves together. I'm trusting Kwara United, but looking at the way they've changed their coach, they let some players go, they're going to start again. The players from the Beyond Limit team still have a long way. Those are not even players that they want to play in the Remo Stars team. Those are players that they are setting up to sell to Europe. So it's going to also be very, very difficult for them. Nigerian teams will not be at the group stage of any of the two competitions. That I can predict here confidently with my chest and go to sleep and relax. If they surprise me, please are surprised, but I don't think they're going to surprise me. Timothy, I know you don't like it when I say these things like this. It doesn't make you feel happy, but it is what it is. Chika Yalo will say, got you, boss. Fully understand your point. Thank you very much. Alamu Samson, it says, morning, boss, morning to you. Do you think Robert Lewandowski's presence in La Liga now poses a threat to the coronation of Karim Benzema as the greatest striker of the decade in the league? No, it doesn't. There is no threat to it. It's just that, so all of this greatest, that is more of narrative than fact. Let me give you a very succinct example of that. Karim Benzema and Neymar, look at the goals that they've scored in their career. Karim Benzema, every time people talk about Karim Benzema, they talk about him as the greatest striker currently, right? But when they talk about Neymar like he's a bad boy of football, he's not serious, he's useless, he's a failed footballer. But Karim Benzema has been a striker all his life. Neymar have never been a striker at all at any point of his career. But look at the number of goals he's returned in his football career. But people would say Neymar is a failed player. Oh, he left. He didn't want to be under the shadow of Messi in Barcelona. And who even says that kind of crap? Okay? But the number of goals, the fact on ground says that he's not better than any of the people apart from Messi and Ronaldo that we're all praising. But guess what? You always get the giant. You always get the star. So this greatest thing that we'll talk about is a question of narrative. It's not a question of fact. So I don't really stand on it and have any argument. Lewandowski, first off, does not need to score loads of goals in Spain to be respected as a striker. He's proven that in Germany, and that's the reason why I don't need him scoring goals. Yes, you expect him to score goals. That's what they brought him for. You need him to bang in the goals and put in the numbers. But if you've won the Champions League, I think twice or once, and you've scored one as much Bundesliga title as you've won, scored as much goals as you've scored, won the Golden Boot, won the Ballon d'Or, I don't think you have any point to prove to anybody. If you like, you go to Barcelona and fail, it might just be that the system in Barcelona is not good enough for you. It's not because you're bad. That's the way I see it. But then, potato will always potato. So that's something I can do about that. One, Chika Yalo will say, I think with time, it will come to Africa. We need more orientation, exposure, and education. Good platform you have, boss. Soon, your mentees will be world beaters in the sports media space. Amen. I really pray for that. I really like. If I go to sleep, I say to myself, I like the fact that, okay, one of us is in the Big Brother's house and is helping our numbers to grow. I won't lie here. I'm not a fan, like an addict of Big Brother. But then I see it as a platform for growth. If somebody lives here and they're a Big Brother now, that's fine. But I also want to see the guys who are talking sports now going out there to cover some of the big championship and reporting, not just go there and snap picture and take selfie and come back. I'm talking really reporting and doing a whole lot of work. It's a long way to go. I mean, we're walking the roadmap. It's a long way. It's all finance. You need that financing to get it there. But I think we are on a good track. When I look at what the TSA crew are doing every Monday evening, when I look at what Emmanuel Sebastian is doing out there, interviewing some of the big players that you wouldn't even expect to give him attention, and see all of the things that all the members of the crew are doing, the guys in entertainment, from Adasa Ajayi on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings, to Tasha on Thursdays, what she does with information about Nigerian music and all the whole music, the whole drama around music. And then you have my Beanie girl on Beanie Goddess on Friday, doing what she's doing. I feel very excited. I feel very happy. And I still think that we can still do more. Hopefully, and the biggest prayer is that our numbers on YouTube rises, because that's what would the premise for us to do more. Because once the numbers on YouTube rises to a point where we can afford to, because now we're no longer in the point where we need PT. This is the point where we need to spend money. Unfortunately, we can't spend money that we're not earning, and we can't borrow money to spend. We can't spend money that we're not earning. And I just hope that our numbers on YouTube rises very well. I would love to send somebody like Emmanuel Sebastian, for instance, to Europe, any European countries, and so that key European games like the Champions League game, it will go there, cover it for us, and give us feedback, tell us what's happening. We could open a live studio because of that, so that we hook up to him and he gives us update. We're working on it, Eddie. We're working on it. People like Timothy Daybo, we would love to give them European experience. Let them go to Europe, cover a game, interview Nigerian players, and give us a story for the website, and also give us interview for the radio and the TV. Those are some of the things that I have in my head. Okay, somebody like Mario, you guys don't know him, but he's a movie and fashion, runway guy. I would love to send him to Milan or the London Fashion Show, the Milan Fashion Show, the New York Fashion Show. Just go and have that exposure, experience, and come back. One, at the end of the day, it benefits the ecosystem here in Nigeria and also the global ecosystem. He also gets exposed and all that. But the only way that can happen is our numbers. If our numbers grows, the views will get higher. We earn more money, than we can fund all of this dream. But if not, it's just wishful thinking. But then I understand. Thank you very much. I appreciate the prayers and the good wishes that you are giving us, because it means that you believe what we are doing and you're always here to join in on the conversation. Thank you very much, Chike Ayalogu, of your name anyway. Adebola Oluwaseun for me, say, boss, what I'm trying to say is that signing Aubameyang and Frankie de Jong will cost over £100 million to complete the deal. I think Chelsea FC hierarchy need to think very well. Okay, what is wrong? Frankie de Jong first is 75 to 85 million. That's okay. Aubameyang is between 30 to 40 million. What's wrong with it? Would you rather have all these musketeers that you have now that would not make you make the top four, or you need to get that and build? So what Aubameyang brings is experience, his knowledge of the Premier League. I don't think that Aubameyang is a player that Chelsea need anyway, but hey, he's got goals with him. It's just that he's not a serious person. So you would also have to sign his assets, which is goals, and his liability. Okay, I'm sure Xavi already found that, and that's why they moved on from him, and they're going somewhere else, and they're letting him go. Now, having said that, anyway, he will score goals. Okay, would he make the dressing room better? I don't know. I don't know what Aubameyang will show. So there are different types of Aubameyang. Can he sustain his run? I don't know. There are so many things there. But Frankie de Jong is top quality. Anybody that has Frankie de Jong is signing quality. Okay, you have to create an environment for him to play and to play well. Chelsea needs a whole lot of changes, a whole lot of adjustment. But again, let's talk about Chelsea a little bit. Chelsea is a team that are in a stage in the club's history. They can afford to go 5 years without winning anything. Now, I don't just, a lot of Chelsea fans will say, God forbid, and if you shut up, you shouldn't be saying that. I understand, because you are spoiled and addicted to success. But reality, I'm always a realist. Reality is that the kind of evolution that's going on in the English Premier League now, it's going to take some time for Chelsea to win the league title. If Man City is not winning it, Liverpool will win it. If Liverpool is not winning it, Man City will win it. And then, it keeps going on and on and on like that. Chelsea maybe will sneak in every once in a while, but right now they don't have that thing. So they can afford to say, okay, let's even take another 2, 3, 4, 5 years to prepare the team that will dominate again. Good enough, they have very rich owners, but I don't know if they would be willing to set up a plan in motion like that. And then don't forget, talk is cheap. So all this thing I'm talking here is just talk. To put that talk into action and get it going, it's not as easy as I am saying it. So let's also understand all of that. But I just do think that it's a possibility that that's how far they will go. Okay? Let me jump on Instagram and see what Steve Oko have got to say. What's the name of the big brother contestant, and how do I vote for her? It's not a him. Good morning, her name is Alison. She's the only one with the skin head. People call her so many names. Some people say she's Emanuela. Some people say she's Tegolo. I really don't care. What I care about is that she should stay in that house for as long as possible. We're not crazy, desperately saying she will win it, but if she wins it, we're fine. Okay, we want to win. But if she doesn't, but she should stay as far, stay long as possible to help her brand and keep her going. Alison, she's unique, she's special, so she's not the one that you will miss. Cleans 0371. Is that a prison number? Sorry, it's a joke. Say good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Okay. Man U and Chelsea. Lord Mayor. Okay, Lord Mayor don't show up. Okay. There's a Patrick say good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Lord Mayor say good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Lord Mayor says Man U and Chelsea want Oba, but I prefer Oba going to Man U than Chelsea. Why? You give us a reason. Give us a reason. Abayami said we say good morning, Elegotel. Good morning to you. Our athlete seems to perform well at Commonwealth Games, but don't perform well at the Olympics. What could be the reason? Good morning. At the Olympics, they are competing against all of the best. Don't forget that in the Commonwealth Games, you don't have. I don't think you have Jamaica and the US. Okay, you don't have the major forces that will make it difficult for us. And when the US comes to play, it's different. The conversation is different, and I don't think we'll always perform at the Commonwealth Games anyway. This is the first time we're really doing extremely well at the Commonwealth Games. And you know how it is. Sometimes there's always a catalytic performance that engineer everybody to do well. Just like when Nigeria won the Olympics gold in '96, Cameroon went on 4 years later in Sydney to win the gold with Samuel Eto'o and the rest of them. So there's always something. I think what happened with Toby Amosu won that hurdles gold medal in the World Championship. It changed the mind of everybody. Like, well, if this person can do it, we can do it as well. And I think that's the turning point. Now to sustain it. One thing is to make a success the first time. Another thing is to sustain it. Like I always say to people, in 2004, Usain Bolt was a failure. He didn't make the semifinals in Athens, in Greece. But then he showed up in 2008, 2012, and 2016 in Beijing, London, and Brazil. So sometimes failure will precede great successes. Depends on how you take it. Okay, it's one of those things that just happen, and you'll be wondering why. Chika Yellow to come back and say, have you considered a Facebook platform you can monetize? I have a Facebook platform. Facebook, when your numbers rise, yes, we already have that one already. We come prepared, bro. We come prepared. We have Facebook, we have a website, we have a radio, we have everything. Like on this online space, we're there. We have Instagram, and we have all the back. So let me tell you one of the things that happened when we started in 2017. Before you know it, all it was crazy. All Twitter and Instagram accounts were hacked. That's never happened before. You remember my verified Twitter handle had over 40,000 followers. It was hacked. I still not recovered it today. The first Instagram handle we opened for this elevated TV radio was hacked. We couldn't get it again. It took us time. When I opened another one, that was hacked as well. It's a long story. Our Facebook page was taken down like 6 times. And then we're starting again now. Now we're back again. We're running in this metaverse and meta space. But the most important thing is, like Scripture would say, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered him from them all. I always think that when you have, I've never thought that when you're doing something like this, anybody will come at you. But then I was wrong. I was stupid. I was naive. I was ignorant. And I accept it. I'm sorry to ever think about things like that. And I realized that, listen, people will come at you irrespective of how good or how nice you are. Okay? How nice your intentions are, how positive your intentions are. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Right? People will come at you because, one, the success of what you're doing might expose their ineptitude. That's why people don't want the things to go right within our economy, because it will expose some people's ineptitude. So they will fight it with all they've got. So I realized that too as a battle. But nobody succeeds from giving excuses. Nobody succeeds. I would have been successful if not for the fact that people were attacking me and doing this. I would have been successful. That's not how success stories are measured. Success stories are measured that even in spite of all of the fight against the odds, everything that was stacked against you, you were able to rise up and make a success out of it. And that's why I am. It's also one of the reasons why I wake up. I mean, I have enough excuse to stay. I mean, I have drip in my hand. See how my hand is swollen here. I could just say, I'm not feeling fine. I'm not going to be in the studio this morning. I'm on the treatment. Let me wait till next week and resume. But you've got to show up. Because it is in showing up every day that the success will come. Your body now masters, your body now realize that, oh, this guy, he not go come, he not go slow down irrespective of what they happen to Rambo. We're gonna go home and keep fighting, bleeding and bleeding. You get stabbed in the back, you get betrayed, you get opposed, but you keep going. So eventually, all of those things will come together. I remember like 5, 6, 7 years ago, the Arsenal fan TV looked like a joke. If you remember, it looked like a joke. It looked like some clowns are just ranting outside of the stadium. And I remember I used to tell Anthony Becker the remoter, you see these guys will be the next online Sky Sports. Everybody look at me like, oh, you can't talk anyhow. I said, no. Look at the numbers of people queuing behind their cameras, or queuing in front of their cameras every time the end of the game comes outside of the stadium. These guys don't even go to the stadium to watch the game. They just depend on the results, and then they ask people who have gone to watch the game, and people waste time on them. People that they were foolish. Look at where they are today. Just look at where they are today. So with time, our numbers will grow. Obviously, we don't have a kind of league, we don't have a kind of system. We do a whole lot of things inside the studio, but eventually it will come around. My prayer is that we have the strength and we do enough research to put out the qualities that we need to put out. One of the things that I love is not even my show. This show is good. I love this show. But one of the things that I love the most is the Monday night show, TSN, the Sports Lounge, that runs from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the way the guys that are hosting the Babiji and Tomiwa have turned that show into something that excites me, because it is not miles ahead of any show you have in Nigeria. The show is live. Then they have their Twitter space on the show, and everything is just going like, Monday night, I was in my room, I was on drip, and I was sharing tears, not because I was feeling pain, but sharing tears like, wow, this idea that started with a phone and a selfie stick, it's not touching people globally. Somebody was on the Twitter space for 3 hours in Canada, and look at the time difference. And, I see people join me on my live from US, 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm 9 here, and they don't care. So all of that, get me emotional sometimes, but hey, it is what it is. We've got to fight and keep growing and growing and growing. And one day, maybe we'll not even be able to read the messages again. Because when I go to watch Arsenal Fan TV Live or AFTV Live, and I notice that their messages are rolling so fast that they can't even catch up with it, I hope I get there one day. But for now, I'm not quitting on myself for where. I'm believing myself that. Okay, Patrick Eze Patrick says, the things you said about CAF yesterday broke my heart. Why can't Africans develop Africa for Africans? Why do we have to battle ourselves and become a caricature to the rest of the world? Because we're lazy. That's the truth, because we're lazy. Because over the years, we've depended on another man's pot of soup for too long. We've been entitled. You know that Africans are the most entitled people. The black race are the most entitled people. We blame every other person for the things that are going wrong. And then when it's time for us to even fight for ourselves, we expect other people. You see that statement by CAF saying that UEFA should discipline Uriel De Laurentiis. That's the stupidest and dumbest and most unreasonable thing to say. If you focus on your league, if you grow your league, like if the CAF president keeps going to every country, they sit together. Go and sit with the president of the country, sit with the FA president and say, listen, guys, my mission, I don't care what happened to Europe. These African footballers are playing in Europe. They are good. But the focus is let's develop our league to catch up. Let's even set the standard and say South Africa and Egyptian league is the standard. Let everybody rise up to that level. Every club own their own stadium, own their own facilities, and put out some type of grants and say, listen, if you're able to do or meet certain criteria, we'll give you a $5 million grant. You're not going to pay it back, but we'll give you an installment. Clubs will be challenged to want to do that. And when you're doing that, you take that money from your sponsors' money, and then you now force them to say, look, we'll miss that on the human capital raise. We'll miss that on the oil boom raise. We'll miss that on the technology raise, right? We keep missing. We're even missing out on the human race. Now, this is the digital race that we are in. And this digital race might be here for the next 500 years. Let's jump in on it. Let's be in the front of the queue, even though it's hard because the front of the queue have been taken over. Let me give you a very good example. In 2016, when Manchester City did the all or nothing, it was Amazon that did it. Now, what Man City have done is, we can't just take £10 million from Amazon and they shoot it and then they sell this content in perpetuity without even giving us anything again. What we want to do is create our own studio. Manchester City created their own studio, their own production studio. So if you go to the city City Plus YouTube channel. Just type City Plus and see all those content that they put, plus the ones that they're creating for sale, they are producing themselves. So they have 100% ownership of those content. Tell any club in Nigeria, Enyimba is roughly sitting on top of a $10 million series from the story of winning the CAF Champions League in 2003 and 2004. That's a 5 or 8 part series in 2. Season 1, 8 parts. Season 2, 8 parts. How do you do it? It's a very simple thing. Go to CAF, collect all your clips from those matches, then travel. Just get your team. Build a content, a story around where they are. Travel to all of those players, the Muriel Gubis of this one, Jotes Frimpong, the Kadri, all of the people that are alive, okay? Go get interview about them. Let them tell the story how it was from what game to game, match to match. When you're done, those ones, the Michael Oche's, those ones that are there, bring out the players together, fly them to how much? What will it cost? It will cost up to $2 million to put this project together. But you definitely sell it. Go get AAA South Africa to sell for you or some other people to help you market it. You would definitely sell it up to $5 million for one season. Now, what it does, it's not just the money. It connects you with the people. It connects you with the fans. It brings a different dimension to the club. People also see the struggles you're going through and then link it to the present reality of Nigerian economy and why the club is not able to achieve that. That's how you close it, okay? I'm just giving you a summary of what I would do. If you sell that, that's $10 million you're kitting. You start looking for another story to tell. There are a lot of stories to be told within it. People don't buy football anymore. That's just the truth. People buy story. They want to hear your story. They want to know why this is happening. I was telling somebody yesterday that Kizdana not performing is bad, but you know that a story can be built out of that. Because you have to think like that. That's where we are. That's the stage where we are. When you go online, look at the kind of podcast that people like. Why do you think that people like Kevin Hart are going into podcasting? Brings it Tyler Perry today, Jay-Z tomorrow, Jennifer Lopez, Mike Tyson to come tell a snippet of their story on that podcast. Because that's where the world is going to. People like Spotify are willing to pay you 5, 6, 7 million to do a podcast for them, just audio. And if you take the video and go put it on YouTube channel, that's your business. But that's what the market is saying now. The question is, why are we not jumping on it? Why is African clubs not jumping? Do you know how much Amazon Prime will pay to get the Al Ali story of how they survived the Arabian, Egyptian revolution that happened? There's a whole lot, but hey, what do I know? Cars on score 347. I'm wearing your jersey. Thank you very much. Good morning, sir. You actually bust my bubble the moment you showed up in the studio with drip on your hat. Okay, yeah, you were in the studio Monday. Oh, but it's my business, so I have to take it serious. Come on. It's my business. Nobody's going to help me run. Nobody's going to love me better than me. This is my dream. This small dream. I've gathered up about 51 million naira from 2017 to now. You think I'm going to sit back and things are not going well? I'm just going to sit back and say, no, don't worry, I'm not feeling fine. I pull up that drip from the, the stand that they put it on. I have to come inside the studio, because the most important thing is the people who spend their data and their time to listen to us deserve to get the best. And if the best is not coming, then there's a problem. Okay, let's go back to what you guys have got to say. Patrick, there's a clause. Okay, no, I think I've not reached there. Everybody say, is there a clause to become an African? I think maybe a clause you wanted to say, African leader, where you sign, okay, clause, that you won't develop your continent. He depend me. I don't know if there's a clause. I don't know. I think that I might say you have said it all, boss. We are so greedy with our successes, and that is reflective of why we are where we are. We don't grow the supply chain. A black man will be happy to be the one billionaire in a community. I mean, when you go watch the 5-part series of the Undercover Billionaire. Yeah, is it? No, it's not Undercover Billionaire. Yeah, Undercover Billionaire. Yes, started with Stan. Then there was Grant Cardone, the 10X guy. There's one other guy, and then 2 ladies. Go watch it. It's 5 hours per episode on YouTube. But it will be the greatest 5 hours you spend, the best use of your data for a very long time. When you're done watching those things and come back, you're not reason. It will be clear to you why black people are poor. It's not government. Government is not the reason why we're poor. It will be just very open to your eyes why black people are poor. It has nothing to do with government. It's okay, so there is a need. I mean, electricity, good road, educational facility, healthcare. I agree. So let me not remove that so that people don't take this thing out of context. But what I'm saying is, there is so much so that the people can do that we're not doing. First off, black people don't like to collaborate. Collaboration, hey, no. Instead of us to come succeed more, share the money, and make all of us not succeed more, die in poverty. It's better. That's who we are. And this is the reality of the majority of us. Saviki says, Elebota, you're supposed to have a sporting marketing consulting firm. Yes, that's in the future of this project. This is not the time. So to be a sports marketing consulting person, you have to have plenty of dollars in the bank. Listen, in today's world, people don't judge the reality. People judge how you look. So you can put the aesthetics, how you look, what car you drive in to the place. I mean, I remember I used to write proposal to agencies and the rest. They look at me like, I'm coming without my small Toyota Camry or Honda. Can you forgive my money? I use money japa. But guess what? If I pull into the car park with a Hummer and a big horn, and I press it, and the whole office people come to the window and say, who's that madman? And then when I step out, I'm wearing a designer jacket and shoe and the rest. I walk into that office, they will give me 200 million. Don't you see that they give rich people loan more than poor people? People who need the loan, they don't give them. But when you're successful, as we're running in our bank statement, very soon bank will not constantly approaching us and say, if you want 50 million loan, 200 million loan, we'll give it to you. Why? Ask yourself why. Why didn't they give me at the beginning? Didn't they see that I'm going somewhere? The truth is, we only put money. In America, you need ideas to get money. In Nigeria, you need money to get money. And that's the funny thing. So you have to take it well. And I still see my instrumental. You don't run go abroad. Administration is key. We need good, innovative people like you in places of decision making. We're working on it. So we'll get there one day. Where did I stop with the YouTube people? Okay. Digital Alpha say, you have said it about we are okay. I read that one. He said then he built his value chain around luxury only. Glad Mayor, I said, boss, to build a team now in modern football is quite expensive because average players' prices are overrated with high prices. Yes, I agree with you. Chika will say, where can we watch TXL? TXL, we get a few extracts of their clips on the YouTube channel because the 3 hours show, you can't record 3 hours and put it on YouTube, but you can always listen to it. And the good thing is they've created a Twitter space so you can join in. Your voice is as important as the voices of the guys that are in the studio. And that's not me. That's them being innovative. I didn't come in and say, oh, you guys must go on spaces. No, they just showed up and like, we need to carry this audience along. Gone are the days where you need to dial into a phone number. You're trying to call in and every other person is calling in and the line is jammed. Let's do Twitter space. I was impressed. That's young people. And it's what I always said. I'm never going to have somebody that is older than me in this business. I'm always going to have younger people because, to be very honest, younger people are smarter than older people. We might have more experience, but they are smarter. They think faster. Their brain moves faster. And those are the group of people I'm going to have. The only place where I have a person that is older than me on the website is China Acheru, who is helping to contribute stories from the league because of his experience. So I went to him and I begged him, and I need your word of experience here. My guys can write about European football. They can write about a whole lot of things. But I need somebody that will write about the Nigerian league and they will be an authority. So I went to China Acheru for that one. That's the only person that is older than me. Jane Francis is younger. Andrew Randa, just about my mate. So those kind of people. And there's a reason why. And pretty soon I would approach Toby Adepoju as well, but I just need to give him time because at the heart and at the foundation of this project that we're doing was Toby Adepoju who reported me to my producer. I'll forever be grateful to him for that. Chika Yellows, okay, you said that before. I read that, sorry. But I said we'll get there, boss. Our little beginning is surely be a success. Amen. And then he said, how you see our link to Tonali of AC Milan, but he's very expensive. Every player is expensive. So if you want quality, you pay for it. Okay, so let me give you a very good example. This mic, this is like the smallest mic in my studio, right? If you're watching, I bought it. It's the most expensive microphone I have. It's a Shure mic. It's a Cameron mic. When I bought it, it didn't make sense. Like, you spend 750K to buy a mic. But it was what I wanted because of the sound. The other mic, eventually, when I get the money, I'll change all the other mic to Shure mic as well. Because the sound quality, everything, you don't even need an audio processor with the mic. The mic comes with its own processor. It helps you. It brings out the best quality of sound and all that. So those are the things you do. Money to get quality is expensive. It's not about age. 55 million, it's not expensive. It's a player that have better quality than that gym instructor, Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish was bought for 100 million. So you can't say it's too expensive. You're the one that wants to buy. The club is not forcing their way to sell it. So I don't think 55 million is too much in today's market. Today's market, all doesn't matter. Hamzat Abdullah, I said, what do you think that can be a lasting solution to solve Chelsea striking problem? What needs to be changed? Is it players, club structure, club system, or the coaches hired? Omoluabi from Ijebu. I don't think that there's a problem with Chelsea actually. 2 seasons ago, they were Champions League winners. Don't forget. I don't really think I think the fans are over exaggerating it. So football systems are changing. I think Chelsea should stop signing an at-and-out number 9, because when you get an at-and-out number 9, you need either white players, like what is happening with Benzema. You need white players who believe in them so much that they are ready to work for him, or you get a number 9 that can also run around. So you have your players exchanging position, like a Gabriel Jesus kind of player. Or if you want to get an at-and-out number 9, then get a support player for them. When you have a Lewandowski, you have a Muller, and then you have the white men also supporting. Because number 9s, naturally, their first predisposition is to score the goal. So if you put them in a place where they don't have that opportunity to do it, it becomes a problem for them. So all their runs do not meet the angle. So you need to create a team that will support what they can do. That's why Lukaku succeeded at Inter and he succeeded at Chelsea. It's not like Chelsea have a problem, but it's just that the English league is not. We're not going back to the days. If Algeria come in this era, he will score those number of goals I scored. Because we're not going to an era where you don't have a support striker anymore. Strikers normally need a support striker. But unfortunately, we don't have that anymore. And that's really the problem. So maybe they would have to angle their situation to sort out what it is and create a system that fits them. Answered one for that. I said, good morning, Baba. I don't trust you are strong like Olumorok. I don't know if I'm strong like that, but I'm strong like the way I need to be strong. Mr. Patrick, you said, you see that comment yesterday about the national team and Owu? I would just, they wonder who caused us for this continent. Why can't we grow our own? It's our way. I told you it's a black mountain. Make a come, make a successful, now make it come the, you're not gonna greet me like a boy again, or you can't see it will be made. Nah, no, you can't. Even in our everyday community where we work, people do it now. Yeah, that's why this comment is common with black people. Do you know who I am? I don't need to know who you fucking are. Come on, get out. Do the right thing, that's all. But hey, that's who we are. That's the way we think. And I'm a Christian, I say, bros, fear God small now. Which kind of gym instructor be this way you the attribute Grealish with? Oh my shit. But it's a gym instructor. I didn't see legs. See all the body. That's how you play ball. Play ball and move. Chike Ayalogo, you say any unpopular opinion, Amaju actually an unpopular opinion. Amaju actually improved NFL finances. What do you think about him remaining in the marketing and financing sector of our football? I think that one, Amaju should not come in for a top 10. And I've told him my mind. He may not like my guy. See, one of the things that I will not do is to deny Amaju is my guy. He will be my guy for a very long time. Like every other person in Nigerian football. I'm not the guy who goes around making enemies. I don't need to make enemies to make impact. But I think that Nigerian football needs Amaju. So all this attitude of out with the old, in with the new will not work, because what we is we're starting afresh. Unfortunately, government is no longer funding sports. I've said this thing year over time. If anybody think I'm lying, they should go and prove me wrong. The budget for the National Youth and Sports Ministry, 98% goes to NYSC. So common sense, just think about it. 2% is what goes to football, basketball, taekwondo, wrestling, athletics. There's no wonder why we are suffering on all our sports. So Amaju has the personality, the brand power, the connections and the class to be able to walk into business executive meetings where other people cannot. So we need it. But then one other thing that we're lagging behind, there's plenty of money to be made from the digital space. We have not digitalized our football yet. We can digitalize our football from the national teams, the FA Cup, the lower league. That would also bring in money. Because what we really need for our football is money. The next election, I pray, like I desperately pray that somebody else comes in. You know why? And when that happens, we'll not realize that really the problem is money, it's not administration. You see, do you know the ideas that we have here? You know what we want to do? We want to have a reporter in every league center. Where the money to take executor? When you don't have money, you become that guy in family meeting who is always quiet. You have idea, but when you suggest the idea, and this idea we talk, so we like, you bring money more to do. You now don't have the money. So you now look foolish. So some stupid people who have money will bring the idea and lord it over you because they have money. That's just the way it is. So I think that if I'm the next person that will become the NFL president, first thing I'll do is, once I win the election, I would like go and meet Abajan, like, I need you on this board. Even if you're not going to be part of the board, be a consultant for us. If that means we're going to pay you for every deals you bring in. Thank you. So be it. I'd rather have money to do my work than not have money at all. Because people who spend money, anybody who's doing business know that people who spend money with people that they know. If anybody does not know you, it's not going to give you a check for $5 million or whatever. So it's also very, very important. Steve Oko said, do you think that the support strike position going into a station, it has gone into a station, let me see, it's going. It has gone into a station. Maybe the reason for Ian Achor below par performance in football, yeah, it's gone out of a station. So if you cannot innovate, two positions are going out of a station, number 8 and number 10. Okay, they are no longer there. Chike Ayalogu said he was able to attract Nike. If we had qualified for the World Cup, he may have been able to tell our story and market it. I feel NFF can retain him in the marketing role. What's your view? I agree with you 100%. I mean, your reasoning, well, it's not a popular opinion, though, but people don't agree with you. Abdullahi Oriyomi said that Hala Madrid with the best, 100%. I agree with you. I cannot argue against that one. Not me, I said, boss, I dropped my reason why I prefer Man United and Chelsea for Uber, but you didn't see it. I'm sorry about that one. Another one, he said, I think Chelsea just need some time to settle down with the new owner, slow and steady. 100% agree with you on that one. Chika Ayalogo, he said, I agree. King Ekon channel on YouTube show that Niger content is very, very valuable. The first time we made $1,500 in this channel was the 10 days I spent in Abuja covering the Super Eagles game. And guess what? It's just a phone that I used. It wasn't some very high quality video content, just my phone. Record, press pause, go to another person, record 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and we saw all the numbers going up. So the Super Eagles is still very, very sellable. All of the national team content should be digital. Unfortunately, the NFF does not have a proper media department. That one, they don't take it serious. Let's not even talk about that one. Let's not bother about that one at all. They're behaving like charlatans in that area. So let's leave that one. Finally, Eze Patrick said Nigerian content will always be valuable. 200 million people and a popular country in Africa. We just need to tap into it properly. Unfortunately, we're not doing that. And I want to say massive thank you to everybody for joining in. Thank you very much for your prayers and wishes. I'll be fine. I just need to take my final stretch of medication today, rest a bit, going into the weekend. I'll still be here tomorrow anyway. Don't let anybody deceive you. I'll be here tomorrow to come and do my show and get everything going. But I'm sure by the end of today, this stuff will be out of my hand, and I'll just need to take the final laps of maybe injections and drugs, medications, and I'm fine. Well, it's been great. It's been fun. The conversation. Chike Ayalogo, you win my heart today with your very, very bright, brilliant, and interesting contribution. We've gone from the days of arguing to the days of discussion. I'm loving what we're going now with all this. Thank you very much. God bless you all. We'll continue to do the best that we can do. But please, guys, if you've not visited our website, please try and visit us on www.elementartv.com and do want to read our stories. When you do, drop a comment. It's an encouragement to the young people that will put together to writing those stories. It's an encouragement for them to know that people read their stories and drop a comment. But if you haven't, please do. As well, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Every number scan as far as we go every single day. One day we'll be having 1 million subscribers or more. But for now, we have 10,400. We want to grow past that one, and we do need your support and your push. God bless you. If you like what we're doing here, invite your friends and every other person that you know to come and join us. Don't forget that the Sports Buffet is Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 Nigerian time. And the Sports Lounge is 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can always listen in on www.elementartv.com/radio, or you join their Twitter space. Join the home. Search for the home of TSL, the home of the Sports Lounge, the home of TSL on Twitter. And follow them on Instagram, on Twitter, across all platforms, and then be part of the show. God bless you. My name is Eindhoven. You love to come in the Liberty on the Sports. It's been a nice time being on the show with you. Let me go back and continue taking my dreams. God bless you, and have a wonderful day.